Mind reading, in its true essence, isn't about manipulation. It's about mastering the art of observation, empathy, and patience. And who better to guide us than the Stoics? The ancient philosophy of Stoicism isn't just about personal resilience. It's about deeply understanding human nature, emotions, and behavior. In this video, we'll explore 10 psychological tips rooted in Stoic principles and modern psychology that will help you decode a person's mind, strengthen your connection, and build trust. Stick around, because the final tip ties everything together and will transform how you interact with those around you. Tip 1. Observe actions, not words. The Stoics believed that actions reveal a person's true character. As Marcus Aurelius wisely said, "You should not assume to have thoroughly understood a man until you have seen him act under pressure." When trying to understand someone's mind, don't get caught up in their words alone. Focus on their actions. How do they respond under stress? How do they treat others when they think no one is watching? Actions speak louder because they reflect true intent. Practical application. Pay attention to patterns in behavior. Does he keep his promises? How does he handle conflict? By observing his actions, you'll learn about his values, priorities, and emotional state. Tip 2. Master the art of listening. The Stoics were great listeners, not just to others, but to themselves. Epictetus taught, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." Listening goes beyond hearing words. It's about understanding the emotions and intentions behind them. Practical application. When he speaks, focus completely on his words, tone, and body language. Avoid interrupting or formulating your response while he's speaking. Ask open-ended questions like, "What made you feel that way?" Or "Can you tell me more about that?" Listening attentively builds trust and uncovers the motivations behind his thoughts. Tip 3. Decode body language. Body language reveals what words cannot. The Stoics were masters of observation, reading subtle cues to understand others. A person's posture, facial expressions, and gestures can tell you a lot about their emotional state. Practical application. Observe his body language in different contexts, when he's happy, stressed, or nervous. Mirror his positive body language subtly to build rapport and create a connection. Tip 4. Understand emotional triggers. The Stoics believed in recognizing what triggers emotions, both in ourselves and others. By understanding what sets off his emotions, you can better anticipate his reactions. Epictetus reminded us, "It is not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Practical application. Pay attention to the topics or behaviors that make him excited or frustrated. Use this insight to approach sensitive topics with care or ignite his passion. Tip 5. Look for consistency. One key to understanding someone's mind is evaluating their consistency. Marcus Aurelius said, "If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it." Inconsistent behavior often signals inner conflict or uncertainty. Practical application. Observe whether his words align with his actions. Does he follow through or make excuses? Look for consistent patterns over time. True character is revealed through long-term consistency. If you find this video helpful, kindly subscribe to our channel and hit the notification button for more exciting videos. Tip 6. Practice empathy, not assumptions. The Stoics believed in understanding others without judgment. Seneca wrote, "We are more often frightened than hurt, and we suffer more in imagination than in reality." We often project our fears and assumptions, creating unnecessary conflict. Empathy allows us to see things from another's perspective, leading to deeper understanding. Practical application. When you're confused by his actions, instead of assuming the worst, ask yourself, what might he be feeling or thinking that I'm not seeing? Use phrases like, "I can see why that might upset you," to validate his emotions. Tip 7. Pay attention to how he handles stress. Stress reveals a person's true nature. The Stoics believed that adversity tests character. Marcus Aurelius said, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." Practical application. Observe how he reacts under pressure. Does he withdraw or seek solutions? Support him during stressful times without trying to fix everything. Sometimes just being there is enough. Tip 8. Recognize the role of ego. The Stoics warned against the dangers of ego, which can cloud judgment and block growth. If he struggles with ego, it may show as a need to always be right or difficulty admitting mistakes. Practical application. Encourage humility by showing it yourself. Admit when you're wrong, creating space for him to do the same. Avoid confronting his ego directly. Instead, ask reflective questions like, how do you think we can improve this together? Tip 9. Build a foundation of trust. True understanding begins with trust. Without trust, even the best intentions can be misunderstood. The Stoics emphasized honesty, integrity, and consistency as the foundation of strong relationships. Practical application. Be reliable and follow through on promises, no matter how small. Create an environment where he feels safe expressing his thoughts and emotions without fear of judgment. Tip 10. Reflect on your own mindset. Lastly, remember that understanding someone else begins with understanding yourself. The Stoics believed that self-awareness is key to navigating relationships. As Seneca said, "He who knows himself is truly wise." Practical application. Reflect on how your biases, insecurities, or expectations might affect how you interpret his actions. Practice mindfulness to stay present and avoid overthinking or misjudging situations. Conclusion. Reading someone's mind isn't about manipulation. It's about building deeper connections through understanding, empathy, and respect. By applying these Stoic-inspired psychological tips, you'll not only gain insight into others, but strengthen your relationships with yourself and the people in your life. As Marcus Aurelius said, waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. The more you embody patience, understanding, and resilience, the more meaningful your connections will become. If this video resonated with you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who might benefit. Until next time, stay strong and keep practicing Stoicism. If you find this video helpful, kindly subscribe to our channel and hit the notification button for more exciting videos.